It's actually overwhelming to come back to a campus. It gives lot of energy, lot of motivation, and to see you all and share what we are doing. Actually, we get further motivated to another for 10 more years, what all we are currently doing. And it's absolutely amazing. Today, actually, I was planning to skip the session. To be very frank with you, I thought it's too far, the college, and the first time. And you all have visited to our campus also earlier. Some of you have visited. So then somebody, I think Siddha ma'am or Radha ma'am said, Pestonji sir has told to tell you to come. So that was, the place. Then I said, okay sir, I will make it definitely. So pleasure to meet all of you, and I will not take much time. I am already late by 5-10 minutes, and with this, thank you to cover that time. I have prepared one presentation to show you what is actually, why this organization, some organizations are different from others. Like some people, why they are different from other people. Why they are having full of smile in their face when others are sitting little apprehensive, little doubtful, and not that smiling. So I started this search 8 years back when I joined this organization. And what she has given me a very good, very generous presentation about me. It is GVK EMRI. GVK and GVK EMRI are both different organizations. I joined GVK EMRI almost 8 years before. So I was wondering what is happening to this organization. We have around 2,000 employees. Everybody is working very hard, and they are ready to do that extra mile. And it has become a subject for research for many people, including Dr. Pastanji and other researchers who are coming from various other institutes. I myself, who has spent almost 17, 18 years in other organizations, I was wondering what is happening to this organization. People are behaving a little differently. They are hardworking. They have no good office in the field, but still they work hard. In one incident, one of my employee who was working in ambulance, he jumped into a sea and rescued one old lady, which is not his KRA. In another incident, one of our team in Ahmedabad, a rural area, they made a separate pit and rescued a small boy who was fell into a borewell. In third incident, one of our EMT went into a hospital and donated his blood to a rural woman. So all this incident has actually touched my mind. I was thinking, what is happening to GVK AMRI, and where all this energy comes from my team, I was wondering. So that is the point where I started searching and researching about this topic, employee engagement. And this was very close to my heart. And Gujarat, among 18 states of our operation, Gujarat is shining the brightest today because of this aspect of employee engagement. So I am very happy to share what is happening in EMRI. And how many of you are doing HR here? Okay, HR has become a female domain, sir. I don't know, after some days it is going to be only female HR managers and general managers. We will all be out of this domain. So we will talk about GVK MRI little, about the organization and how it is happening. You must have seen the services, how it is happening, what is the energy behind all these team members. We don't give very high salary to our team, but they are all getting decent salary. And they are not in very good working environment. They don't have AC offices. They are sitting in the heat in ambulances. 90% of our employee strength, they are working in ambulances. And only 10% sit in the ERC call center that we have here in Katwada and the other support functions. This was an organization founded by Pastonji Saab's colleague. He was the first CEO from IIM Ahmedabad, Dr. Venkat Chengavalli. And then initially founded and conceived by, you will be surprised to know, it is a brainchild of Satyam's Ramalinga Raju. This concept has come from him. But in 2009, when the Satyam was into trouble, this was taken over by GVK Group. So from there onwards, the company has become GVK EMRI. So when we talk about today GVK EMRI or EMRI or 108 services, I don't know, we all get a special energy in our mind. I can very proudly, with all honestly, I can tell people that I belong to the fraternity of 108. I have 3,500 students, candidates with me. 3,500 employees are working in our family. Very proudly, I tell everybody in all community, and I get a lot of respect, a lot of reputation because of that. Now, where that come from? As an employee of GVK MRI, where that come from? So we will try to. So this organization's mission, values and mission is what is important. This was all started when it was in the initial stage, it was innovated at that point of time. Involving people, applying knowledge and making things to happen. That is the value system of this organization. Involving people, applying knowledge and making things to happen. So everything about HR has come in the first word itself. It is all about people. And what is another mantra that we have in HR is about making ordinary people to do extraordinary work. Making ordinary people to do extraordinary work. We don't take the highest meritorious candidate and who are getting 90% plus and all. We are 90% of our employees are average graduate or postgraduates who are BSc or A&M, GNM from paramedical classes, and we are training them, enabling them to do life savers and enabling them to become life savers. If you talk about the values of this organization, involving people, applying knowledge, making things to happen. This is there in the mind of everybody. All the 3,500 people working there, it is there in their mind. And second one, what is the mission of this organization? Mission of this organization is to respond to 30 million emergency every year and save 1 million lives. And this is all about the organization's mission, saving lives. I can challenge each one of you, you go to any of our ambulance and talk to one of our pilot, we call our driver's pilot, and the paramedical staff, we call EMT. You ask them, what is the mission of the organization? You ask them in Gujarati, Hindi or whatever language. They will definitely tell you life saving. They will say life saving. So probably this is only one of the organizations where all the employees of the organization know the values and mission of the organization, life saving. They will say in Gujarati, Jaan Bachawano. They will say in any language. So that is a training and that is a mission that we inculcate to the employees that we have. So our organization's value system, mission, that adds value to the engagement that we are going to talk about this. Now some statistics about this organization. In Gujarat we have around 550 ambulances. 550 ambulances. Across the country, in 18 states, we have around 10,000 plus ambulances, 10,750 ambulances. And in Gujarat, every day we are touching 3,000 emergencies every day. That means 3,000 people. We are serving these services to 3,000 people. We are touching 3,000 families. So even if you say that 4 people in a family, so we are touching those many people, we are giving solace to those many people every day in Gujarat. And in a state like Gujarat with 6 crore population, in a month we are giving this service free of cost to 75,000 public in Gujarat, 75,000 public. And out of that, 80% of the public belongs to the bottom of the pyramid. They are the poorest of the poor in the society. They are either from rural areas or the remote tribal area of Gujarat. That is where this service is mostly delivered. Now, in Gujarat, 550 ambulances, 3,600 plus employees, and 3,000 emergencies every day. That is the data that we produce. And then, what is another important thing is, around 35 to 40% of the emergency goes to pregnancy-related emergencies, which is exclusively for women. After we started this service 8 years before in Gujarat, the MMR and IMR, maternal mortality rate and infant mortality rate has come down to 20% of what it was there before in Gujarat. So it was one of the great achievements that government always tell, along with other projects they had, the maternal mortality rate and infant mortality rate has come down to 20% of what was there earlier. So that is one of the great achievement they always boast. And then other achievement like the second largest emergency belong to pregnancy emergency is the first one I told. Second largest emergency is trauma, road traffic accidents and non-vehicular traumas. The third one is cardiac emergencies. And today, as of today, every day we are attending around 3,000 plus emergencies, and you will be surprised to know that around 50,000 babies are born inside our ambulances so far. In the moving ambulances, 50,000 babies are born in the moving ambulances. So what we talk about, thank you, and what we talk about that we do not encourage deliveries inside the ambulances, because it is always a risk for the mother and newborn baby. But what is happening in the tribal and rural areas, there is always a delay in calling. Though finally we have no other choice but to conduct a safe delivery before we are shifting the mother and newborn baby to a medical facility. See, in one of the business school I was talking about pregnancy, delivery and all, like it doesn't get into the mind of young people like you. You talk about, hi, what is this delivery he is talking about? But believe me, You travel to tribal area, you travel to rural areas where this is a huge challenge. And female population, after delivering, 30% of the female population get infected out of unsafe delivery happening in rural areas. And out of that, 50% of the ladies die after the delivery within 42 days. So now government also started not only bringing to the hospital, you take them back to the home also free of cost. There is a service we have started called Kilkilat, which transport around 1,500 women and newly born babies back home free of cost. So coming to the statistics, and the next one is, because if somebody else is there to move, otherwise I will keep talking about one PPT only. So this is something about the organization. You must have read about one organization called Great Place to Work With, GPTW. There is a consultancy firm like Gallup and other. It's an Indian organization. They conducted a survey in 2012. And there, one of the questions was that, is GVK EMRI is a great place to work? And 84% of the respondents from our organization has told that yes, it is a great place to work with. And you know who were the first and second? We were fourth in the category, and the first and second were the Infosys and Wipro. And we have given tucker to them and said that GVK EMRI is a great place to work. And why? Because I am coming to the reason. I am coming why employees are rating it. It is not because of the environment. It is not because of the salary that we pay. So this is our headquarters in Hyderabad. The second photograph belongs to us, which is there. You must have seen it is in Katwada in Ahmedabad. And the group is into various other activities. And this is the CSR wing of GVK group. We are into oil, we are into petrochemicals, we are into road, we are into infrastructure, we are into airports. And also we are into Taj group of hotels, hospitality business and biotechnology. But this is the CSR wing of GVK group. And GVK EMRI is today spread across 18 state and 2 union territories. And we are also going to sign an MOU in Jammu and Kashmir shortly. I also wanted to, when I say about my organization, you may not believe. So I thought I will also take some of the other reports which has come in the newspaper. So this has appeared in HBR, Harvard Business Review. There his colleague, Dr. Pestanji's colleague, Dr. Mashelkar and C.K. Prahlad, they wrote an article. It was C.K. Prahlad's last article before his death 2 years before. He told that GVK EMRI is a Gandhian innovation in India. And it could be scalable across the world. That kind of an innovation which has happened in India is about GVK EMRI. So we have not told. It is told. It is told by a prominent management group. And also, along with that, Times of India also did some research, and they said 108 is faster than 911. Why? Because when you dial 108, 99% of the calls are responded before 2 seconds in 108, but they take 6 seconds. So internationally they said we are better than them, better than 911 in India. So that is an article which was coming. So what is all this happening with the GVK EMRI? My search has ended in finding out the core reason is its employees, involved people, how we have involved people, how we have converted the energy of the people into this. So the answer is employee, engaged employee. We had a large number of engaged employee. To give an background of what is employee engagement and what is it. So immediately when we talk about, because I was working in 6 other companies before joining GVK EMRI. So employee engagement, whenever we talk about engagement, I don't know the theory of that, because even my time I have not studied in detail. But whenever we talk about employee engagement, they talk about birthday cakes and they talk about so many things and sports activity, birthday, and you believe me, when I ask a candidate when come for interview, HR people, they come for interview, asked about, okay, tell me something about employee engagement. So sir, birthday celebration and all we do. They immediately talk about birthday celebration. I don't know where it is coming from. Now, employee engagement, what I understood is that it is little bigger than motivation. It is little meaningful than satisfied employee. And some of the professors who are teaching HR will agree with me that an engaged student here, for example, or engaged professor will give more ownership to what he is currently carrying, and he will be or she will be proud of what he is talking about. There are four categories, which is widely agreed by people. People those who are actively engaged. So engagement means nothing. I will tell you, people those who are connected emotionally with where they have attached to. One is that the theory says cognitively, physically, and emotionally. Then I say, when you connect yourself with your head, with your hands, and with your heart. 3H. When you are connected with 3H, that you are engaged with that cause. For example, if I say Oakbrook School, it's a very great name, because today morning I was talking to somebody, I got a call from my co-sister from Chicago. I said, I have a session today. She asked me, where is it? I said, it's Oakbrook. Oakbrook, she said, it is near to me in Chicago. I said, no. I said, it is not there. I am not coming there. So it's a great name. Oakbrook is a great name. Tomorrow when you come out, if somebody said, where did you study? I studied in Oakbrook School, OBS. How many of you are able to say today very proudly, yes, OBS is a great name. I love it. Because Mr. Mitesh was talking about Radha ma'am so passionately. So how many of you can say that, yes, OBS is very close to my heart? Because I visited one of the schools that I studied 25 years before. I visited a school in Kerala. And I was touching the, the wooden planks which is there in the classroom. So I was feeling the smell of that classroom. So how much you are affected to your classroom? It might be because of a best friend you have in the class. It might be because of the best faculty who are supporting faculty in the class. It might be because of the ambience of the school. It might be so many other factors. But how much you are connected with your head, hands, and heart. That is where you are said to be engaged student. And when you are engaged, employees also like the same. Actively engaged, engaged, disengaged, actively disengaged. There are various 4 categories. Now, actively engaged people, it is very easy to identify. I say very proudly, I am an actively engaged employee of GVK MRI. That is why I always say 108 GVK MRI. You can see my phrase, I never have any depression of joining 108 services. Actively engaged. Actively engaged, there are lectures also actively engaged. Because the director will have less headache if you have actively engaged, because they will be the advocates of the organization. They will always talk the best about. And the moment we say something, against that organization or against the college, नहीं अभी आप हमारा OBS का बारे में एक बात आप और नहीं कहेंगे. They will warn you. They will advocate you. They will advocate about the organization. See, when we talk about your mother or your father, how much you will be passionate. मेरा पापा का बारे में अभी एक शब्द नहीं कहेंगे. ऐसे बोलेंगे ना. So अगर सास के लिए बोले तो क्या बोलेगा? ठीक है यार, ठीक है, होते. So ये difference है. So how much passionately you connected. OBS, when we are talking about Oakbrook Business School, how much you say that अभी मेरा कॉलेज के बारे में आप एक शब्द नहीं कहेगा. And you tomorrow you go to field and say that I am from Oakbrook School. This is my quality. This is from, and my professor was this is my professor. How proudly and how with honesty and with reputation, how much you are able to, say that I am from this school. That is where it said to be you are actively connected. And nobody can challenge that. Nobody can come and tell you that. And you will be, not only that, it is also, you are able to give that spread to others also. We both this actively engaged and actively disengaged. सबसे बड़ा problem है ये दूसरे में भी चले जाते हैं. And actively engaged people give this to others also. The same thing comes to the second category, engaged. They are also good people, engaged people. They are motivated. But if told, they will also take extra mile. If they are motivated, they will go for extra thing. They are good people, said to be good people. Disengaged, it's for a job. They are coming for a job and they are doing something, and because they have to earn their livelihood and they have to come here, work and go. The first category is, ravishing fan of the organization. Second category, happy let go. They are very happy people. They come work. The third category is full of disgusting, depressive. They are coming because they want to earn something. Those are the way they are coming to the organization. The third category is haters, actively disengaged. They will not only, they are already depressed and disengaged people, they will talk bad about your organization also to others. They will misguide the people who are sitting. With the lunchtime, they will be talking very loudly against the organization. And when they get some 5 minutes break, they will talk about their boss. यार ये कहाँ फंस गया के तुम क्यों join कर रहे? And induction में we are very careful to send people to induction to such people. we ensure that we don't send such people to induction to actively disengaged people, because induction complete होने से पहले वो resign करके चला जाएगा. So you have to decide where you belong to. Are you belonging to the first category of actively engaged, engaged, disengaged, or actively disengaged? If you are belonging to the first category as a student, I don't think Shraddha ma'am does need any advertisement in next 2 years. This will be a successful organization. And worldwide, only 13 to 14% of the employees of the best organization are actively engaged. Now, we conducted a survey using Gallup 12 questionnaire in our company. Every year we do that to understand the engagement level of Gujarat. What we have understood, if the survey is correct, if those who are taking survey is said to be correct, they said 60% of your employees are actively engaged employees. 60%. They feel great, happy about working in this organization. Then we wanted to find out why they are so happy. Because the most two reasons what they said, one was they take pride in working on 08 services. They take pride. And they get lot of social respect working here. These are the two reasons whereby they said they are highly engaged, actively engaged employees. And only 30% people were engaged, 10% were disengaged, and less than 5% were actively disengaged. Such a huge organization. Last week I was talking to another business school in Ahmedabad only. So the professor, I was telling the professor, they had 20, the director had 20 teachers working in that institute. When I told about this in the brief summary speak, she was telling, sir, actually the idea is very good. Now I can also understand how many of my professors are actively engaged. Because wherever they are actively disengaged, I get a headache. So all my team members are actively engaged. So that is a good thing for the organization. If you have actively engaged people working with you, you don't need any. They will be the brand ambassadors of your organization. They will take it forward. I have already covered what it brings in. See, I will tell you, if it is an engaged organization, you have large number of engaged employees, organizational potential, lot of innovation takes place, and all your employees will be the brand ambassadors of your brand. They will tell, agar mummy bola ek din aaj mat jana beta, nahi mummy mujhe to aaj jana padega. They will not take leave. They will not leave the organization. Even if you give 1 year less increment, they will not leave. They will be with a decent time, they will spend the organization, and they will always talk in front of 10 others that my organization, my college, my school. So that kind of an environment comes in, and this comes in. Ultimately, this all will fall in better customer service delivery, good profit, and good margin, and organizational employer brand. All these things will improve over a period of. It's also great birds actually. This I have taken from my experience. These are very great birds. What are the roots of engagement? See, people want to be part of a big thing. If you say Oakbrook School of Business in this 5-acre land and all, may not get connect. If you say big about this college, like we are a part of this huge, and you are going to have a larger career opportunities and larger picture. If you are able to show to the students, you will get connected with. So everybody wants to be part of a larger picture. So how you are as an organization, how you are able to show that? That is where you get connected. And then they want to feel belonging. See, my EMTs and pilot who are working in the ambulances, every day they minimum save one ambulance and on average save 5 lives. When they are going back home, they will feeling the satisfaction and saying that today I have saved 5 lives. So, and they did something to the society. So that kind of a belongingness and to the organization that they carry, that can add engagement to you and your organization. Then everybody wants to take a meaningful journey. Where are we going? Are we adding something to the society at a large? Where are we going? So everybody wants to add that. And I was sharing this example earlier also. You must be knowing these Christian nuns. Christian nuns, there are Saint Teresa's and so many other nuns working for Christianity. And there is a big problem in getting new nuns joining in various organizations. Very big problem, because nowadays micro family, we don't get much of candidates joining in this mission. But there is one missionary which is continuously getting this. That was Missionaries of Charity of Mother Teresa. In spite of being the very difficult organization, there they used to get members, Mother Teresa's Missionaries of Charities. The meaning is that they are ready to take a journey which is very meaningful and where they know that it is a mission that they are pursuing. And everybody, if I ask students here, you have a lot of energy in that. You want to make some difference. Like Midesh, I was taking a cue from him. So you want to do something different. You want to embark a journey which is meaningful, and you want to go for a longer journey, and also you want to make something different. That is where the youth come from. So if you show something different to a candidate, then you will get engaged and you will be there for a longer period. See, this is the calendar that we pursue in GVK-MRI. Every month goes with an employee engagement activity. So there are two things. One is employee engagement activity. The other one is employee engagement. Both are entirely different, right? This is only a tool to connect employees. But these are some funds, some activities, some missions, and some joint program. There are some family joint program. And we are able to connect with employees and bringing them a feeling that you are part of the larger community. And we, in all the 18 states, follow this calendar. Every month, there will be one program that will be conducted for the employees. And it is not only for the people, those who are sitting in the headquarters. It is for the people, those who are in the ambulance also, we do the same program. Now, in EMRI, how do we do all these things? I told you, all the employees, you ask them, they are, they have a pride and honor in working in with 108 services. And if you are able to create in an organization, see, for example, if I say that I was working in Bank of Baroda, yes, I feel a lot of proud. I was working in Gujarat Ambuja. Those names when you are taking, you feel, you are very happy about working. There was another organization closed down in Ahmedabad, SIS. How many of you will be saying that I was working in SIS? Even if you are working, you will not say that, right? So that kind of a pride and honor if you are able to create. So we were able to create that pride and honor for the employees who are working. HR policies. Is your HR policies transparent enough? See, many times you will be caught in CTC. What is the CTC you got? 8 lakhs. What is that you are getting in hand after? CTC is cost to the company, right? And cost to the company, when your company is coming to the campus, there is that CTC. But they will not clarify this. Ultimately, when you get the salary in hand, they had offered 6 lakhs, but you are getting 25,000. Where the remaining money has gone? So whether the HR policies are transparent, and some of the companies even charging the sum assured for insurance company. If it is 3 lakhs is assured for insurance company, they are taking that 3 lakhs as CTC, part of CTC. They are not taking the premium. They are taking that 3 lakhs sum assured also as part of the CTC. And some of the companies even charge the rent of the place where you are sitting as part of the CTC. So you have to be very careful what are the HR policies of organization where you are going to join. And some of the startup companies, they are very good speakers. They advocate very big motivation. They say that you don't bother about salary, you start working, because they don't pay salary in time. So startup also you should be very careful, because I have 2-3 complaints where students like this college were working in startup companies, 3 months, 4 months, they do not get any salary. And they are now also got a legal protection also. So startup company they are very good speakers. They say, don't look at the salary, you work very hard, you will get a bright future in future, but you need salary also. Then regular employee communication, whatever you are doing, are you taking to the employees? So we follow a team like TDC, thinking, doing and communicating. Whatever we are thinking, we are trying to do that, and whatever we are doing, we are trying to communicate. You know who is the best example of that? Our current Prime Minister is the best example of that. Whatever he is doing, he will communicate more than what is required, right? Then the major hygiene issue is employee grievances. Are you able to address the employee grievances? So we have a system called WeCare. It is an application, it is an app, and it is also enabled through our call center. Any employee who has got a grievance can dial a number and say his employee ID and log his complaint. Within 48 hours, that employee get a resolution for that grievances. It is an application. or you take his app, download that application, put his employee ID, log his complaint, and within 48 hours he will get that. We call it WeCare. And this has been successfully implemented, and we got an award for HR best practices in GVKMRI across entire North India. We got an award for that. Now, what I am telling, the grievance handling, if it is not properly done, and you are talking about big things, so your basic hygiene should be at place. Now, rewards and recognition. I am sure that you must have all studied about rewards and recognition. Now, what is that you are going to reward for? Now, what we are rewarding for employees, because our mission is to save life. What should I reward employees for? For saving lives. But normally what happening in many of the organizations, best dressed employee award, and best sari worn by an employee, and best tikka award, and best dress worn for that. Is that for the mission of that organization making any difference? You know what we are awarding for? We are serving 75,000 people every month. 33 districts we have got. The best case handled by an employee will get a cash award and also certificate for all the 33 districts. And there is a committee doing that. So that is the rewards and recognition we had in Gujarat. And the same way, we have the same system across all the 18 states. And every month, the best case from nationally also get that award. So the amount and the certificate also goes up and up. So when you are talking about an rewards and recognition system, we should try to align that with the mission of the organization. If you are doing that, employee will get motivated. At the same time, directly or indirectly, it will help the organization goals also to achieve. Then I talk about everything. I was showing you an survey of 2012. What is that you are happening in your EMRI now? Are you measuring your employee engagement now? In a year, 2 times we do employee satisfaction survey. And I am happy also to tell you, our Dr. Pestonji sir also conducted all the 15 states, he collected data for employee satisfaction. Using his own theory of employee satisfaction survey, he did a survey. And I am sure that the result is going to be, it might have been a very good result. And periodic assessment, we do twice in a year, we do employee engagement survey using Gallup-Toll questionnaire. And we also have a lot of fun. And one day we will have a cricket game across all the districts. One day we will have blood donation camps. One day we will have best dress competition. All this keep happening. That is a different team. They are doing everything. In every month there will be some fun activity will be happening. See, lot of fun activity, and we are trying to involve the families of our employees also. The first picture you see, we have a program called Employee Children's Excellence Award. So every year our employees' children from 1st standard to 12th standard will get award for their highest scoring they have made, and 5 positions for every standard. So 60 children will get award, and every year we have that celebration. Last 8 years we have that celebration, and it is a huge success. And employees across all the districts, they try to nominate their child. And this year we were happy that we had Nitin Bhai Patel, our health minister, also part of this function. The second function, you see how we are making things meaningful. The second function was Mother's Day. What we decided, every district, we have selected 10 EMTs and pilots from every district of our operation. And we said our supervisory team will go to the mothers of that employees and give a memento and a thank you card to the mother for giving your child or your daughter for doing the service of 108. And that has become a big hit actually. This the second picture is in Kutch, where our PM and EME has gone to that mother, and mother was even not knowing. They only know 108. They sort in Gujarati they have been made to understand. Thank you for giving your son or daughter for doing service in 108. So it has also become, so how you are planning and implementing your engagement program is more important. And third picture, lot of fun and lot of activities keep happening there. Then about training. See, we have a mission commitment that every employee of GVKMRI should undergo minimum 9 days training every year, including me. So I also must undergo 9 days training every year. This is other than functional training which is happening. So a lot of training, and we have recently also inaugurated a training block in EMRI. If you must have come recently, there is a training and research block. So a lot of training activities keep happening. And you talk about all these things, and you are working like a government setup. You don't have a performance measurement like Mr. Mitesh was sharing with you, if you do not have a scientific method to measure the performance. See, one of the distinguishing factor for us that our EMTs and pilots who are working in the ambulance also is part of the performance appraisal system we have. In most of the organizations, when you join your organization, you will understand, people who are bottom line, who are the workers, they are not part of the performance management system. They normally given an increment, uniform increment every year. But here, they are also being part of the performance management system. They have to fill up a form, they have to sit for performance appraisal by the supervisor, then everybody. So that has given a lot of mileage. See, and I'm happy also to share that after starting the service 8 years before in Gujarat, we have not lost a single working day in Gujarat. And that is only in Gujarat. Many of the other states, there were strike for 20 days, 30 days. But we were able to connect with the employee and tell that you are part of the mission. You are not working. It is much beyond a job. And some of the places where I have taken this work from, and the founder of this concept is William Khan. And he is the one who has talked about work engagement and job engagement. And he is the one who has talked about cognitive engagement, physical engagement, and emotional engagement. So very nice topic. And when you next time when you attend your interview as an HR person, if somebody like me asks you what is engagement, you should not talk about bed days. Okay? You talk about your 3H formula, when you are connected with your head, with your heart and your head. And thank you so much, Andy. I'm happy to take any question if you have.